The general education courses that will be offered at universities and colleges in Florida will be sharply reduced. Today, here in Jacksonville, the Board of Governors voted to approve the university course list, which basically weeds out any classes that they believe, quote, are based on theories that systemic racism, sexism, oppression, and privilege are inherent in the institutions of the United States and were created to maintain social, political, and economic inequalities, or inequities, that is. Meanwhile, some students, professors, and parents gathered this week to oppose these changes to the course offerings.
President Hodge.
This week, a group of students, professors, parents, and student representatives gathered together online to speak out about the changes in the Florida university system.
We are here today because higher education in Florida is under a serious threat.
In 2023, Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law changes that allow the Board of Governors the authority to remove courses from the general education track that they find to be based on theories that systemic racism, sexism, oppression, and privilege are inherent in the institutions of the United States and were created to maintain social, political, and economic inequalities. This group argues that limits teaching the truth about history and society. Janiyah Jones is a professor at Florida State College of Jacksonville.
If we continue down our current path of restricting access to diverse learning and disciplines, we will soon find it to be an error that will prove detrimental to this great state.
And now lawmakers tell the press and voters that the reason they're being so heavy-handed with curriculum is because of so-called indoctrination. They must be called out for this lie.
Professors are afraid to speak freely. I've observed them stop mid-sentence and censor themselves, I assume, due to a fear of losing their jobs. This is alarming.
Thursday, the Board of Governors met in Jacksonville and approved the university course list. The UNF Spinnaker newspaper reports Chancellor Raymond Rodriguez says we are not prohibiting universities from offering courses. They will just not be included as part of the Gen Ed requirements, and that leaves this group concerned.
And I'm sure this is not the last we will hear about this, and so we will continue to follow this story on First Coast News.